Welcome to our program. I'm Tony Noakes, and with me today is Dr. Wendy Walsh. Our topic on today's program will be of special interest to anyone who has suffered injury due to a medical product or medical device. This segment of our program is about hernia mesh, a medical procedure used in hernia repair surgery. Dr. Wendy, tell us about hernia mesh and problems our viewers who have had hernia mesh surgery should be made aware of.
Thanks, Tony. Well, hernia repair surgery is one of the most common surgeries performed in the United States, with over 500,000 procedures performed annually. Hernias occur when an organ, intestines, or fatty tissue poke through an opening hole or deteriorated spot in a muscle. Hernias can be caused by many activities that increase abdominal pressure, like obesity, weightlifting, or even pregnancy. Many hernias require some form of surgery or medical procedure, and unfortunately, many people have experienced serious side effects and complications due to the use of hernia mesh to repair a hernia.
Dr. Wendy, that's a lot of procedures affecting a whole lot of people. How is hernia mesh used in hernia surgery?
Well, the purpose of hernia mesh to repair a hernia is to reinforce and replace displaced tissue for longer-term abdominal wall stabilization. The manufacturers of hernia mesh products claim that its use often results in a faster recovery and longer-term results compared to procedures like using sutures. Hernia mesh is supposed to work by acting as a scaffold for the body to grow over and through it, effectively repairing the hernia defect. Common types of hernias are in the inner or outer groin area, the upper thigh, or in the abdomen.
What type of problems have patients had with the hernia mesh procedure?
Well, Tony, the primary problem has been reopening of the hernia where the mesh repair fails. Mesh can migrate or move or shrink and then even cause bowel perforations, holes or tears, organ damage, obstructions, and the need for additional surgeries. This is especially true if the mesh product is faulty or contains a polypropylene coating.
With issues as serious as these, have there been lawsuits filed against the manufacturers of hernia mesh?
Well, a number of actions filed against the manufacturers claim the product contains a design defect that causes the hernia patch to tear, contract, or migrate after being implanted, and are causing unnecessary repairs and injuries that wouldn't have occurred if a substitute mesh product or sutures had been used. The lawsuits involving the hernia mesh medical devices also allege the products are failing at a higher rate than expected, causing additional surgeries, infections, bowel obstruction, organ damage, scar tissue, and chronic pain. Reports indicate a large number of additional lawsuits are expected to be filed.
Have there been other claims made about the way manufacturers have marketed the device?
Well, court documents also show that the manufacturers of hernia mesh devices have been marketing and promoting the products for unnecessary uses, such as the repair of smaller hernias that could have been treated through laparoscopic surgery and a few stitches.
Sure. Dr. Wendy, this has to be really troubling information for anyone who's had the hernia mesh procedure for hernia repair.
Have you or a loved one had hernia mesh implanted specifically for hernia repair and had serious complications, including infection, wound reopening, chronic pain, bowel obstruction, or had revision or repair surgery? You may have been a victim of a product that was defectively designed, and you may be entitled to compensation. Hernia repair surgeries are one of the most common surgeries performed in the United States, with over 500,000 surgical procedures annually. Recent studies have found higher levels of hernias reopening when hernia mesh has been implanted. If you or a loved one had hernia mesh implanted specifically for hernia repair and have experienced serious complications, including infection, wound reopening, chronic pain, bowel obstruction, or you later required revision or repair surgery, you may be entitled to compensation. How do you protect your rights and fight for the compensation you deserve? You choose the right legal team that has experience, support staff, and resources to get you the most compensation for your injuries. Call for a free case review.